Hello Chocks and Chockets, I'm in between Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the, well, I don't know what you'd call it really, Flipz Christmas edition, I guess, or winter edition. It doesn't really, just calls them Flipz. You know, there's no hint of a special edition on it, but you can clearly see that it's got Christmas, well, it's got a snowman on, it's clearly winter related, there's lots of snow antics going on. And the actual pretzels, the Flips themselves, are sort of shaped, a bit like sort of, well, wintry stuff, like, is that a snowflake or a star? I'm not sure, but there's different shapes. I don't know what this is meant to be here. This one, where is it? I can't find it. This one here, I don't know what that's meant to be, but it's a square. But the different shapes, basically, is the gist of it, and they've got a snowman on it, so I assume... So for some reason or another, the shapes in winter, the snowman, I don't know. But it says flipping cool on the back. What does it say? Okay, I think it's just the usual stuff. It says, whenever hunger strikes, make sure you've got Flips nearby. Flips are the most flipping cool snack ever. That's because they combine crunchy, salty pretzels with smooth, sweet and creamy milk chocolate for an outrageous anytime festive snack. Well, there you go, so it's included the word festive. Anytime is the right time for flipping cool snacks. So they've added cool and festive into that spiel, basically. Yeah, so they've just basically done, yeah. Well, it's not too bad. These are the regular shapes here, these ones basically. That's a classic pretzel shape, but they've added this star one and this kind of rectangular one there. If you can see it now. There we go, that one there. Yeah, it's an interesting one, and obviously I'll say the packaging, you know, it's a bigger pack as well. Normally, well, I would say they're 100 grams normally, but they've seemed to have reduced them, or in the phase of reducing them to 90 gram bags. So, you know, make of that what you will. But this one's 160 grams. There we go. Super vegetarians as well, as you can see. Yes, there we go. So it's a lot bigger. It's probably, well, would you say 50% 918? Yeah, about 50%. 50%, yeah. Well, I don't know. It's bigger. Yeah. So well, I've done I've got a massive playlist of Flips. So in this corner up here, there'll be a link to playlist of all my reviews and a link to all the Flips reviews I've done as well. I've done quite a lot, and there's loads of them over the past. So yeah, after you've liked this video and subscribed to the channel, please check those out. It'd be great if you could enjoy the rest of my videos, and hopefully if you like this one, of course. But leave comments or free. Always great to hear from you. It truly is. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. So I think, you know, I'm not expecting miracles here, basically. I'm just expecting Flips in just with different shapes. And the actual description is milk chocolate coated pretzels. Does it have anything of interest in there? Palm oil, anything like that? Emulsifiers it's got. Can't see any palm oil. Could have it and I could have missed it, but I can't see it. So there we go. Sometimes you can miss these things. So I don't like to say for sure it's not there, but I can't see it. So there we go. There's only a small distance actually. There you go. You can probably see for yourself actually if it was focusing. There you go. I've missed it. No, that's easy, isn't it? That's an easy way of doing it. Okay, so yeah, so we've got per 100 grams, 464 calories, 16.8 grams of fat, 9.1 of which are saturates. And we've got per serving 26 grams. Okay, I don't know what per serving is, but it's 121 calories, 4.4 grams of fat, 2.4 of which are saturates. So 26 grams. Well, what would you say? I mean, is that a fifth of the bag, maybe? 6, 12, 18, 24, 6, 12, 18, 12, 30. 30 grams, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's just over a fifth of the bag, so it's probably a sixth of the bag, really. So along those lines. I've probably done a calculation for that. Alright, well, I think there's not much more to say on it. Store in a cool, dry place. Once opened, store in an airtight container. There we go. Did it say portions per pack or anything like that? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I did say a sixth. That was pretty much right. Typical number of servings per pack, 6. So there you go. So us, for once, was on the ball. Pretty much. Okay. Right, well, I think we should give it an open. It looks quite nice. Yeah, I'm quite excited about this one. It's a big bag. Let's give it an open. Let's do it. Right, okay, so let's give these an open. This is quite a big bag. I mean, it's, you know, you could pop this. It's quite solid, so, you know, I can't fold it or anything to show you how much is actually full of pretzels. I reckon it's probably about halfway here. We can see as soon as you open it now. How about that? Okay, yeah, so you can clearly see there. It smells nice. But clearly see, you know, that's a lot smaller, isn't it, than what it was. It's half full, basically. Half full. But the weightage is there, I guess, but it's, yeah. You can see that's just how much is there. So a very small amount, that. It's not even half full, actually. It's probably about a third, isn't it, moved? Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So here we go. So not too bad. So let's Let's measure the distributions then. Well, let's have a look. So, got nice. It's really quite interesting actually. I can imagine. Well, you might think the different shapes are a bit of a gimmick. I can imagine it will give you a bit of a interesting texture difference between them because they are a bit more tightly packed, as you can see. So I'm just separating them out to see if we get an even amount. I don't think it really matters if you don't get an even amount in this case. See, here's a good example of what the pretzel is. You can see under there, it's got like golden pretzel colour. It's like a sort of strong, like a biscuit, salty, sort of crunchy, biscuity thing. Very savoury. You used to get them in. Well, you still will be able to get them in packs. But the chocolate coloured ones weren't quite as big when I was younger. And this is the classic shape as well. So okay, so we've clearly got fewer of these than have anything else. So let's see what we've got. So 5. I don't think it really matters. There's no difference in the flavour. So there we go. So what's that we've got? Yes, we've got 16 of these ones basically, if I've counted right. 16 of those ones. These ones we've got 5, 10 of them. These star ones have got quite a lot. I imagine it's relatively random. I mean, I always say with these things they could make it completely even. They've got computers and things. They know what they're doing. They can accurately measure things and scan for things and do all sorts. Very in a very sophisticated manner. Okay, so yeah, so we got to 5, 10, 15, 19 of those. So is it 16 of these, 19 of those, 10 of them? So yeah, okay, but these are the smaller ones. It looks like anyway. Let's give it a quick measure then. Yes, these ones look to be the standard size, but you never know. It's about across. They're all the same roughly, about 3.9 centimeters. Likewise, about 0.5. There we go. But these ones here, a bit more accurate. These ones. About 3.3 across there, and about 2.4. You get about the same, about 0.5, 0.6 maybe centimeters. This one will, well, hard to measure these star ones. We'll do it from one end to the other. About 3.3, about 0.5, 0.6 again. Yeah, so all the same height really, the same width. Basically. See there. Yeah, so look quite interesting. I think it's quite nice. I think it's a quite nice pattern. Yeah, not too bad at all. So the chocolate seems to have not stuck too much between the holes, but you can see there some of them it has, which is no problem. I don't think you'd be bothered by that. So how much have we got in total then? So we had 10, 16, 19, didn't we? So what's that? 19 plus 16 was that? So it's 35. 35 plus 10, 45. So there you go. So 45 divided by 6, what's that? Is that 7, 7, 40, 28, 35. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. It's about 8. Yeah, between 7 and 8, well, 6 and 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 8, 16, 24, 10, 40, 28, 35, 42. Yeah, so it's basically between, 7 and 8 basically is your portion. So between 7 and 7.5, let's say, of these, it's basically your 121 calories, 4.4 grams of fats, 2.4 of which are saturates. Okay. Yes, there we go. Right. So let's see if we can stack one a bit. So there we go. So there you go. That's basically what you're up against. You can see that if I can focus in slightly better. It's melted my hands a bit here. There you go. So you can see there it's got like a lighter white, hasn't it, in the middle there for some reason. Interestingly, as if that the biscuits baked a bit more on one side than the other. See the lights are saturating the thing a bit. Yeah, melting my hands a bit there as well. It's about 6 in the morning at the moment. I got up quite early to do this. So it's not to look at me. Yeah, so there you go. You can roughly see what they are there anyway. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. And some of them quite well covered as well. The quality's pretty good. As I said, there was one before I saw, wasn't aware it'd come away quite heavily on one side. But not many of them are like that at all. I mean, very much only that one, I think. All of them are really well covered, so, even the backs of them are quite covered. See, that one there's come through slightly, but yeah. Can't find the one that was. There it is. Yes, this is the only one really that's had any kind of damage, and I think that's acceptable out of all of them. Quite a lot, 45, wasn't there? So, yeah. Okay, well, let's give them a taste, see what they're like. Let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Right, okay, once I give these, these Flipz milk chocolate, I guess you'd say festive winter Christmas editions a taste. It doesn't really say that's what they are, but they've been cool. Yeah, they basically, they've just restructured them to be a bit more Christmassy, I guess, or a bit more wintry. So they come in 3 different sizes, so we'll taste all 3. You've got the star one here, which is, it's a star, or a snowflake, one or the other. I don't know what this is meant to be. Present, maybe? A window? I'm not sure. And then obviously the typical pretzel as well. Okay, we'll do the typical pretzel first, so let's give it a go. I mean, it's not any different than a regular pretzel flip, of course, or flips, or whatever you want to call them now. I think they used to be called pretzel flips back when I was at college. And, so I might every now and again call them that. But yeah, not too bad. Nice salty taste. The chocolate's pretty good as well. I think the saltiness is really, it's just one of those where you either like it or don't. It's a nice crunch as well, of course. It's a typical pretzel taste. Gives you a nice, savoury taste really, but that sweetness of the chocolate works very well with it. So let's see what the this little grid one is like. I imagine not going to be too different, but you never know. Yeah. I don't think the different shape adds anything to it or takes away anything, to be honest with you. I don't think it gives you more of a pretzel hit or more of a chocolate hit or anything like that. It just tastes pretty much the same, really. Even though you could think it might be a bit more sort of condensed or whatever, you know what I mean, or something like that, but it doesn't really seem to make much difference that I can tell. Let's try the star snowflakey one. More of a star, I think, really. Oh, it is a star. Yeah. Not too bad again. I think so you can see that it's got snowflakes. I just realised I didn't mention it before, but it has got snowflakes on the packet somewhere. There you go. You can see. And there, I think in that corner there. You can see the difference in shape between that snowflake. It's like a hexagon or whatever, or an octagon. Hexagon, is it? Yeah. Whereas this one's a pentagon, I guess, or roughly it's a star shape. But yeah, it tastes all the same in the star one. Star one stood out a bit, does not quite taste as nice. I don't know why. Have another sample of them again. The chocolate is not the greatest, so it seemed to be more apparent, I think, on the star one. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I think the chocolate covered pretzels work best as the regular shape, because I think because the other ones there's too much chocolate together, and you can kind of taste the fact that it's not a great chocolate when it's put together a bit too scrunched up. You know, you can see on the star ones it kind of covers the whole bottom of it. You know, there's no gaps. It's just a bit more condensed, compact. I think it's only very minor though. It's a very minor thing that. It's not really that obvious at all, really, but just about, you know. The sort of windowy ones don't seem to suffer from that. I don't know why, but because it's just enough to keep it separated. I'm not sure really. It's a very minor thing. It's not really that noticeable at all. But I definitely think the regular shape is the best. You know. Yeah, they're very nice. I think the chocolate, I'd say, isn't great, but you can't really tell for the most part because it's kind of very masked by the salty pretzel. And it's got a lovely crunch as well. I do like these a lot. I think it'd be nice if the chocolate was a bit better. But no, they're very tasty, very nice. I really like them. I think, I've struggled to not give them a 4 out of 5. I think. I mean, not going to blow your socks off. They're not like amazing really or anything. If you get me drift. Excuse me. They're kind of they're not sort of something that's going to really blow your socks off, but they give you a lovely sort of salty hit really with that sweet chocolate, and they work pretty well. I think they're really nice, and I said they're quite different as well. They're not really going to there's not much competition out there really, other than other brands that do the same thing, of course. But I mean, most sweets and snacks you'll get don't really give you this sort of chocolate, and salty taste, and there's not many alternatives out there either. Actually, I say that, you know, mentioned before, not much competition other than all the others that do it, but there's not that many. I've only seen about one other brand that does it. I think there probably is a couple, of course, but you rarely see them. These Flipz ones are the ones that are in all the supermarkets in the UK at least. I don't see really the other ones at all. And even then, when I do, they're only in like an import section, you know, so not actually UK products either. So, you know, but they really do stand out. They're really nice, really sort of, you know, unique is perhaps too strong a word, but the fact that there's not much competition for them, and they do quite a few different flavours as well. I think they're really nice, but as I said, they're just, I think that's their unique point. That's what makes them special, is the fact that they are quite different and they give you that salty, sweet taste. So I think that's a real plus point for them. But I think generally, you know, they're not really going to sort of wow you to death, but they are very nice, and it's a good 4 out of 5 for sure. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Patreon if you can. I keep saying Patreon now, really, but I've kind of moved over to the member program now, so it's YouTube. You know, it's basically contained on YouTube, so check it out on my homepage, whatever, in the YouTube channel, and there'll be a link somewhere in this corner, I'm sure, as well. So go check that out, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See ya.